Buongiorno, everyone. Quarantine, entertainment, best TV series to watch. Sitting with the missus or the lad. Watch a TV series.
It's a good way to fill your time, and obviously, like binge watching a series.
Well, Netflix is 2020, and Netflix is culture now. It's like the thing that gets me is when, like, obviously got a full-time job. Recognised that the other day, was like, how do you find time? Is it your work, Kelly? How do you find time to do this and work out? Like, I didn't watch Netflix.
I know.
I haven't got the luxury of fucking having to spare 5 hours every night, but at the minute I do. So maybe people should send me
time.
Nah, but obviously, sometimes if you've got the stuff done, there'll be 1 or 2 nights a week, a few hours a week. There's 24 hours in a day, right? Just make use of your day. But if you enjoy watching Netflix, if you have a spare few hours, what can you watch? Let's go. It doesn't have to be Netflix either. Amazon Prime.
I was going to say, like, a lot of my favourite shows actually aren't even on Netflix. Some of them are, some of them aren't. But I feel like, obviously, like Netflix and stuff, when series build up. My
favourite actually isn't, I don't know if it is on Netflix, but it's going to be old school.
I was say, like, it's better to like binge watch something. I feel like watching something when it's like brand new and you're waiting like week by week for it. Like, that's fucking nothing worse. I can't buy that. Like, thankfully, I think most of my, if not all of my favourite TV series are finished now. They're complete, so you can binge watch the full series. You haven't got to wait 6 months for the next series and week by week for the next one.
You wait for the Americans to
hate that shit.
The Americans will bring it out in spring, then it'll be like one of the episodes, and then it'll be like, coming winter 2019, and it'll be like, oh, I've got to wait 7 months for the next episode, whatever. I've lost interest by then. Generally, that's that. You're right. Like, to binge watch it is what you want to do. I think that's why I lost interest in The Walking Dead. I used to love The Walking Dead, man.
Same.
And I didn't watch it.
Would have put that up, but not anymore.
I didn't watch it for when it first came out. I only started watching it a couple of years ago when it was up there. I don't even know what series, but basically I watched about the first 3, 4, 5 series.
Yeah,
I rinsed it over the spell of a couple of weeks, and I loved it.
The first series in one night.
Loved it, and then it got like when it was that point when I waited like 5 months. I started watching like that Fear the Walking Dead, like the spin-off thing.
I seen
that was I thought the first few episodes was good, and then it got a bit boring. And then I waited for The Walking Dead to come back out, and then it came out, and it was the end. It was basically the series where Negan came into it, and he had them all lined up with a baseball bat, and you couldn't wait to see who he was going to wait out. And then obviously I waited months for that series to come out. The first couple of episodes, they were dragging it out. I was taking interest. It was decent still. And then they went into the neighbourhoods, and then it was just like shit. I think
that's about the part I lost interest in it now. Maybe it's the series after. I'm not sure, but I like from the first episode, because the series ended on like. They just got introduced to Negan, and he had them like lined up.
He looked like a cool as fuck scary character.
Then the series ended. Then the first episode, probably one of the most dramatic, shocking, amazing episodes I've probably ever seen. Like that first episode of series, whatever it was, 6 or whatever it was, I don't know. Amazing, and I thought this series is gonna pop off because he's one of the best villains I've ever seen in my life, and I've only seen 1 episode of him. Like he just seemed incredible, but then it just kind of hello Siri. It just kind of dwindled away, and like I don't know, I just really did lose interest. Like I think in other parts of The Walking Dead, maybe it's like series 3. Can you remember when
it always hits that spell?
Like they got like run out of the prison and they were on the way to Terminus. It took like half a series. Like the gang got split up, and each episode it was about like them walking. And I just thought this is shit.
Walking fields.
I know a lot of people, like people that I used to knock around with, like they lost interest then, and I thought like. And now they're not great, but they're getting somewhere. When they get to where they're going, it's going to pick up again. Like The Walking Dead did that quite a bit. Like they would slow it down a bit, but build it back up, and then it would get good again. But it just got to a point for me after Negan. Maybe it's the series afterwards. It just got a bit fucking shit. The bit that done it for me, I was starting to lose interest a long time ago. I can't remember what happened, but you probably haven't even seen it. You probably give up before I did. But Rick was in like it was like a junkyard. He ended up getting thrown into like a wrestling ring, like surrounded by cars. It was like a big pit, like built up with like cars. Then like he was trying to get these people that were like savages to like join that gang and like help them out or whatever. And they were like, "All right, we'll do it if you like beat our boss," kind of thing. And they threw him in this pit. And it came out like a fucking mutant zombie, with like you would see like in like a kids show. Like he had like a fucking like nail in his head, and he was just this big souped up, massive, jacked super zombie. I was like, what the fuck's going on here?
The clutching straws there, and they're bringing in characters.
And now it's like the zombie apocalypse. It's not real, but like you could feel like what they went through in the earlier days. It was kind of like realistic. Like you could believe that would happen if there was a zombie apocalypse. It kind of like touched on real life. But once that, like, it just started to get a bit shit, and then once that happened, I thought, I'm fucking out here. Like, I'm done. I don't think I've seen an episode since.
Nah, I didn't.
Apparently, it's getting good again now, though. Like, it's like the last set of villains. I think they've linked up with Negan because Negan's been out for a couple of series. But I think they're back into it now, and I think like it's been as good as it ever has been lately. The last series, but I'm too far behind now to be bothered to catch up. I can't be asked to go back to that point because I'm gonna have to like get through that.
Maybe
like,
one day.
I haven't got fucking time to get through.
But I still wouldn't want to sit through those episodes. No.
I was gonna say you're gonna have to wait through about
hours and
about
hours.
a series and a half to 2 series to let it get good. Like, I haven't got fucking time for that shit. Like, fuck that.
So that's not making the list, anyways. To what is making the list, my favourite series of all time is Lost.
Ooh.
Have you seen Lost?
I haven't.
Did you probably? To be fair, loads of people lost interest in that now but that is totally different. Like a Walking Dead for me, because when it gets slow, it's probably relatable. Like The Godfather, and that is because it goes into the characters. It goes into every single person that was on the plane. It goes into their background because they started doing all the rewind stuff. So people couldn't keep up with it. I know certain people don't like that, but like it was going rewind into the previous lives before they got on the island. So it was going into all the personality of the person and why they are that way and that. So then you learn and you start picking who your favourite character was and stuff. But
I like that.
Because the frustrating thing was is that obviously something would happen on the island where they would see like a development or like where you see like a polar bear in the woods, you'd be like, whoa, why is there a polar bear? And then they wouldn't talk to the polar bear for about 2 seasons. You wouldn't find out why the polar bear was there until about a year later and 20 episodes later. But it's because they'd go into loads of that stuff. But it just had so many cliffhangers. It was so suspenseful. It was something I think needed to be done like that, like land on an island and then mystery after mystery. It was just I loved it, man. Like, and that was before like TV series and Netflix blew up because it started on like Channel 4 and it went like Sky 1.
I think I remember starting on Sky 1. I think I remember seeing it in a paper. I think I was on holiday in Cyprus in about 2003 when I first seen like that. It was like an advertisement in a paper. Obviously, I didn't have fucking Wi-Fi on my phone and that, so I wasn't seeing trailers.
Used to buy the Sun for €2 every day.
Paper, and I seen it and I thought, oh, this sounds fucking amazing. This, so like I got home and I put it on record. I don't think Series Link would have existed then, but I think I still had Sky. I probably still put it on record, Sky Plus, first edition, and I just never got around to watching it. I think I might have maybe missed the recording. That was maybe before Sky Plus, before you could record things. It was just general Sky. So I remember like thinking like I'm gonna watch that. It starts like on the Sunday after I got back from my holiday, and like I said I'm gonna watch that. Then like I missed it, and I was like, shit, and I'm gonna like watch it again. And I just missed like the first few weeks, and I thought, I'm never going to catch up now. Then as it went on, like it did get that reputation of becoming like one of the greatest shows, and I thought, I'm going to need to fucking watch this. But this is like before Netflix and stuff, exactly, like before like things were easily accessible.
I don't even know if it's on that.
I don't think it is now, but it wasn't easily accessible, and it was like quite far deep by that point.
It does get really deep and really.
And like 2 of like my best mates, like when I was in high school, were watching it, and I remember like when it was coming to an end, and like they were just majorly disappointed with the ending, and I thought like, definitely not going to watch it now.
I was
how the ending was shit.
I was really pissed off with the ending at first, but I think when you're that invested in the series, you never want it to end.
Yeah.
So is there really going to be a good outcome for it?
Yeah.
And then they did a little spin-off thing, like a 15-minute thing, where they kind of explained a couple of things, and then I don't know, once you read about it, and then I was watching stuff with like the cast where they were talking about it, then I'm happy with it now. But at the time, I was pissed off with the way it ended. Like, but I remember watching it. I remember the advert for it on Channel 4, and then waiting for that Sunday for it to come out. And it was on Sunday at 9 o'clock. I used to watch it all, and then Sky bought it after about 2 series, and I didn't have Sky in my house. You know, easy in the hood. so then like I missed a couple of series, and then used to get copied games and DVDs and CDs totally legal stuff from boot sales, and got them, and I got like a couple of series, and I caught up with it, rinsed them, watched them back to back, and then now I've got the official box set, like a proper box set. It comes in a big fucking it comes in a suitcase, man. This is how sick it is. It comes in like, it's not a real suitcase, but it's like a big, it looks like a suitcase, big like wooden box thing, and then you open it up and it's got all these individual it's fucking mint, man. I love that shit. I lost. Can't beat it. It's up there.
I'll throw in with my second favourite, and there's a reason why I'll start with my second favourite, Breaking Bad.
Oh, it's Breaking Bad.
Literally, like, I just remember watching it. I think the last 8 episodes, like the final 8 episodes of the Series 6, I just remember week by week just having me absolute fucking dick blown off. Like, I just think like each one was the greatest episode I've ever seen. then it was outdone the week afterwards,
and that's really hard to come back. Yeah, the ending of series are always normally disappointing.
And week by week, I was just fucking absolutely mesmerised. And I think it came out in the UK on Netflix just after it aired in America, but that was 3-4 o'clock in the morning. So I remember waking up the next morning and I would watch it first thing in the morning. First thing I would do when I woke up, whatever day it was, I think it was a Thursday maybe. The first thing I would do on a Thursday was watch them last 8 episodes, because that's where I caught up. I didn't get to watch binge the whole lot. I think when I first started watching it, the first part of series 6, so the final series had started. So that's when I first started watching it. But by the time I caught up, that first half of the series had just finished. So I had to wait 6 months or something for them last 8 episodes.
When did it finish?
About 2013.
I was going to say, because I didn't watch it now until about 2016. So it was all done when I watched 13, it. So 14, I had the luxury of just been watching it. I watched all the series in a row.
It's absolutely incredible.
And it's another one now where a lot of people say this, and I struggle with it now. The first series is a bit slow, isn't it? The first couple of episodes.
A lot of them are like that, to be fair. A lot of my favourite TV shows, which I'll probably get into.
watch the first 2 episodes a few times.
The first series, you're not blown away.
You're not I really want to watch that again.
I think it took me quite a while to get through them. The first couple of series of Breaking Bad, to be fair. I think I stopped watching them. Month by month, I thought if I was just bored, I'll stick another episode on. Then I'd get into it, watch 2 or 3 episodes, and then I'd lose interest a bit again. It took us a while to get through it, but I watched it back about a year ago for the first time. Some of my favourite TV shows I've watched back a few times, but Breaking Bad I'd never seen again since that final episode. But I went back through it again about a year ago, and I just thought this is every bit as good as I remember it being.
It is.
It's absolutely just phenomenal. And I remember thinking towards the end, as them 8 episodes were happening week by week, and I was waiting for them, I remember thinking to myself, I'll be lucky if I ever see a TV show in my lifetime that I've enjoyed as much as this. Which is where it comes on to number 1, Game of Thrones.
Oh, nah.
You've never.
I kind of get it. To be fair, I've never even given it a chance.
Yeah, well, that's another one. I didn't get into it until the end of series 1. Probably there's 10 episodes per series. I think by episode 9, I was puttering on. I thought this is alright, but it was hyped about. I think I just started getting into it after series 3 finished. So I had to wait yearly and weekly for episodes, series 4, 5, 6, and 7. Was that 8?
Is it finished now?
It is now, yeah.
So I might give it a go.
Finished last year, right?
Because I remember my brother, the first time he came over from Australia, so 2-3 years ago, and he was watching it loads in the city. So I'd seen half an hour here, half an hour there, which you can never really judge it on that. But I never really enjoyed it. I've never really wanted to watch it. And when I've seen it, was it Vikings now? What?
No, it's mythical. It's not in a time zone, but if it was compared to a time zone, it would be more medieval. It's set in that. Well, I never thought that either, because I had it compared to Lord of the Rings and stuff.
I fucking hate Lord of the Rings.
I like Lord of the Rings, but I'm not blown away by it. I just kind of got a Dungeons and Dragons kind of feeling. I thought I thought am I a geek? No.
No, I know that if you are.
No. That's what I was thinking. Taylor, obviously, Jodie Rick is the biggest TV film buff going, so everything I've watched, I've pretty much got off his recommendation, and he was trying to big it up for ages, and I was no.
I've seen everyone banging
it. I'm not a virgin. I was I don't want to watch this Dungeons and Dragons, Lord of the Rings bullshit. But I finally started to get into it. Once series 3 finished, there was a scene at the end of series 3 that went viral, which I'll not tell you about because you haven't seen it. You should watch it though. After that, I thought I'll download series 1 and 2 and just see what the crack is. And I was pottering on through series 1, and I thought, it's alright. But
see, I would have given up at that point.
No, it ends well, and it makes you want to watch series 2, like Breaking Bad. Series 1's slow, and you get into it. Even the start of series 2 is not great. Series Breaking Bad gets better the more goes on. But with Game of Thrones, I thought series 1 was a bit slow. But it's one of them where there's a lot of different characters, and it's there's a lot of characters and loads of different stuff happening in different places. So it is quite hard to follow. But that's one. I said, Breaking Bad, I've never watched. I've only watched back again for the second time about a year ago. With Game of Thrones, I've watched it about 6-7 times, and every time you pick up something new, because it just kind of fills the puzzle in a bit. You think you understand what's happening, you're just watching back for the fun of it. Then you see something that you didn't pick up on, and oh fuck, that makes like so much more sense. Like you pick up more as it goes. But like I said, after Breaking Bad, I'll never see another show again in my lifetime as good as this. Like, I was fucking enjoying it after series 2, 3, 4. Loved it. It's up there. It's in my top 5, easy. Then I think it was maybe series 6. As series 6 was going on, I thought, this is catching up. This is up there. This is one of my favourite shows. Like, it's unbelievable. And I think it's this. What Game of Thrones usually do is like episode 9. Like, episode 9's always like that finale. Like shit kicks off in episode 9, and then 10's just kind of like what happens afterwards, and then leaves it on a cliffhanger for the next series. So it's like the second last episode's always the big daddy. Like episode 9 of series 6, I was sitting watching it, and like I was fucking blown away, and I thought, that's it, that's done it. Great show of all time.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck no. Well, we'll let you have that then.
Like I say, like it was just creeping up. I was as series 6 was going, I thought like, yeah, this is getting it. This is touching Breaking Bad, but episode 9 blew it away. Light work.
This one's difficult for me because for the first series alone, it probably deserves to be in there, but it peters off, and then at the end, it was just hard to watch. Prison Break.
Yeah, that was one I've never really seen. Like, I always wanted to.
Have you seen it? You need, honestly, series 1 is out of this world.
Yeah, I've always said that. I remember when it first came out, I thought I loved that idea.
See how old school I am. I've got time these days. I'm listening to 10 years ago.
Yeah, like I thought I love that idea, but I think like I got like to know about kind of like a series 2 was happening. I thought, like, once he's broken in prison, what more can he do? But I think, like, you know what I mean? Like, mission accomplished.
He breaks out of prison in different countries. That's what happens. Like series 3.
Yeah, so I thought in like series 2, does he not have to break into prison to get his brother out or something?
Does I
thought, all right, I can get on board with that. I like that idea. But then I thought series 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. How many times can you bring
the latest one that
they
brought out a few years ago? It was like fighting ISIS and that, man, and it was just like, he's just doing this for the money.
Yeah. So I would quite happily watch series 1. I'd love to, in fact. But
you should do.
But then I'd probably want to watch more, and then I'd just get disappointed.
It's still, it is. I see that, right? But it's still entertaining enough to watch. But because they set the bar so high with series 1, it's hard to match up.
I think they probably just had that initial unbelievable idea, and then it just blew up.
Because it's thing after thing.
They probably got loads of money. Probably like the Marvel movies.
Aye.
You didn't even need to med fucking half of them. You just got loads and loads of money from the film company.
You know,
like,
fans
sold well,
watch
so I thought, might as well make some more. That's like, probably the idea with Prison Break.
The insight that goes into Prison Break, though, and the intelligence behind the script and everything is unreal, man, because every episode, the thought that goes into it and the certain things that happen, it's just like, it's class. And Schofield, like, I'd never seen him before, but he's minting that, like, and obviously you've got that brother thing, and there's a lot of meaning behind it. And I always love stuff like, actually in the TV movies didn't talk about this, but Born Identity. Like, I love movies like that. I love like thrillers like that and like investigative stuff. And like, there's a lot of deep underlying shit from the government in Prison Break. So it's like loads of like conspiracy and corruption and that. I love shit like that. And that's what Prison Break is now.
If you do like them, I know we're going back to movies, but have you seen Spotlight?
No.
You should watch Spotlight, in the new movie that's kind of similar, has just come out. I went to see it last week. It's called Dark Waters. Both have Mark Ruffalo in.
I started watching it the other day, and the fully legal stream stopped working. So
you would love Dark Waters.
I'd love Dark Waters.
And
I've seen the first half now. I mean, I was deep into it. That guy's class.
Yeah, Spotlight won Best Movie at the Oscars about 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, particularly Spotlight, very, very long, it's fucking boring, to be quite blunt with it, but it's investigative. That's the word. Investigative. Like, they go like deep into it, and like it's just like they start on a story, like they're just trying to find something else, and like it goes on, and like it's kind of boring, but you just think, what's gonna happen? Like you just want to be part of the team. You just want to know what happens. You just want to get to the end and find the fuck out what just happened. Like so, like I like them two movies. If you like that kind of stuff, I'd recommend them too.
I love that stuff. But now for me, Prison Break, I had my choice. Like so, it's in there. So I've got 2 left. You go, then we'll try and choose one together.
Game of Thrones and Breaking Bad. We're talking about Walking Dead, which
I've already chose 2 each, remember?
Yeah, like Walking Dead used to be in me top 5, but it's maybe it's maybe he's touching on 5. It's maybe he's just pushing in. But one of my favourites is Sons of Anarchy.
Is it? I've never give that time either. Right?
That's great, but that's another one. Like it took me fucking ages to get through series 1.
I got recommended that loads, and I did watch series 1, like the first 3-4 episodes, about two or three times, and it still wasn't doing enough for us to make us want to continue with it.
It took me ages to get through series 1, but similar to Game of Thrones, it was the second last episode, and I think series 1's the shortest series. I think it has more episodes in the later series, but second last episode, something just pops and it's like, holy fucking shit! Like I did not see that coming. Like just massive like turn of events, and you're like, whoa, shit! That just fucking hooks you. So once I seen that, I was like, wait, I need to watch the season finale, and the season finale ends well, and you think, wait, I need to watch series 2. Then from there, you're just fucking in.
Oh, I'll just get the finale.
No, just reels you in, like from the second last episode of series 1. But series 1 is a bit of a tough watch, but then once that turning point happens, game over. You just fucking binge it from there.
One word for you: Narcos.
I've never seen Narcos.
2 words for you: Pablo Escobar. You need to watch Narcos. It is unreal. I can't believe you've never seen that.
Nah,
true story.
Isn't a lot of that like subtitled?
It is, eh?
Yeah.
But it's in pieces. So for me, when I first started watching that, I thought me TV was fucked. I thought, why is it not? Because sometimes they do say out loud what they're saying, and then sometimes you do have to read it.
Right.
So I thought, well, what's going on? Yeah, this bit's broke or something. But it is mint Narcos. Like it is.
That's
I was
another one.
so grossed in that story.
Yeah.
Then since then, I've just read so much about Pablo Escobar and watched documentaries after documentaries, and
how many
there's
series
loads of
is
spin-offs and that. It's 5 or 6 series. I think.
Yeah. So I remember when that first came out, like I wanted to watch that as well. That's another one that I just fell a little bit behind in. I think I was like 2 or 3 series in. I thought, fuck, I still haven't gotten around to
another
watching
one that I had the pleasure of binge watching. I didn't watch it until 2 years ago, 2018, in the summer. So I had the summer football finished. And it's a bit of time to kill, so
that's maybe it's one for me. Then I'll put that on my own list
you need to watch
quarantine
Narcos.
season.
You need quarantine season.
I'll
you
try
need to
and
watch
get
Narcos.
I've got a few things on my to-do list, but I'll slide that in there.
Narcos up there. Power. Until the last, you know what it is. I watched the ending as well. In that last series, it was just like they dragged the shit out of that.
Was
like,
it?
have you seen? You lost interest in the halfway through, didn't you?
Yeah, like that's my cup of tea. Like that
crime.
That's my kind of thing, like gangster crime.
That's why you love Narcos.
Get rich or die trying.
Cool as fuck.
Yeah, but so I was recommended that loads by. Like,
I'm sure you told me to watch Power. But at the time when you were probably into it, because you were like,
so like that was a time like it took me a while. I think I watched the first episodes, and then it took us about a year to watch the rest of it. And like another one, Jolly Rick, like he fucking loves these shows. Like he's been telling me for fucking years to watch that. I was like, aye man, I will. And other people, like other friends, were like, oh, you haven't seen that? That's fucking your cup of tea. I'm like, no, it is, man. Fuck off.
The thing with
so I started watching it, and I was binging it. That's probably when I recommended it to you. Like I binged it and I was enjoying it, but I think it was just maybe it's overhyped. Like I was just enjoying it. I wasn't loving it. I was just waiting for a moment to click, and everyone was like, "Oh, wait till you get to the end of series 2." I was like, "All right, neighbour." Got to the end of series 2. I was like, "Yeah." Then I got into series 3, and like that's when Joy Rick was like, "Oh, it's just gonna get good here." It's like, it's not though.
See, a lot of the time with Power, it did have the midway point after like between like whatever, like episode 2 to episode 7. Where you could just throw them in the bin. You didn't need to watch them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You watch the start and watch the end, kind of thing. Because a lot of times they were time wasting, and then towards the end of Power, it was just like you were putting yourself through it instead of watching it. And then like even the end, and I thought like, again, I didn't really want it to happen. But then, and the thing with Power is as well, I was waiting for it. So I was waiting months for the next one to come out, and I used to watch it on the American thing. So I used to watch it on Stars, because then it used to come out a day or two later in the UK, and it was just like when I have to start waiting months. I forget what's happening. Then
same. I always need to refresh.
They do that thing though, where obviously they remind you. They put like a 2-minute intro, like what's happened, but it just doesn't feel the same. You lose that like connection towards it. And then when I watched it, I was never like.
That's why it's better. Like,
so like
shit,
bang into it as well as I was.
Yeah, for shit. Oh.
I wasn't as bang into it, and then I don't know. None of the characters really stood out to us anymore either. So I think the characters in the show just lost its way, and they had to obviously fill it out for the money. But I thought, it was strung on a bit too long. Was Power.
Yeah.
So it's hard to pick a fifth one, like
what
warrants going in there. All of them are great in different ways, but
something just came to my mind there, which I'll throw out there. But I just want to make the point that we're picking quite specific genres. Everything we've said kind of goes into like the drama category. We haven't mentioned Friends.
Put a bit lighthearted in there.
Yeah.
See, Friends. I've watched Friends more than anything else in my life.
Yeah, I know. I've probably seen every single episode, double figures, easy. touching triple figures.
Friends should have been. Friends should definitely be in there.
Yeah, probably put that at the top
because
you can watch. That's you can watch again and again and again and again.
I've seen episodes 5, 6, 10 times, and you still laugh. You laugh your tits off.
It probably just gets funnier the more you watch it. Like it finished 16 years ago.
That's insane.
And like I've still watched it probably almost every day in my life. I've probably watched it like
part of the routine.
Like when I'm getting ready for work, like it's just always on Comedy Central. Like I'll go to watch.
E4 was when I used to watch it.
I usually try and avoid it because I watch it that much. I think like, I didn't fucking put Friends on.
There must be something else on.
I'll put something else on, but I'll have a flick there on. There's now on. You got Comedy Central, Friends is on. Like,
Aldi.
Just fucking watch Friends.
That's gonna be a good one. This one.
Oh, this is a good one. It's one with Eddie and
the acting and everything in Friends is mint though. Like I love it.
It is fucking daft. Like I probably get why it's maybe a bit outdated to some people. Like I know, like millennials don't really get it, but we grew up banging that era. Like it was fucking better than fucking.
Especially the early ones. I much prefer the early ones compared to the early 2000s ones that I did when they start growing up. Like the first couple of class, man.
Yeah, when they're just fucking young and dumb, and they start getting serious, settling, getting married, and having kids, and that shit.
I ain't got time for that shit.
That's that. So another one that I'll put in mine. It's only a 4-part series that came out last year. When They See Us.
When They See Us.
Netflix original came out.
Why do I feel like I have seen that?
About a year ago. It's about the New York.
No, I haven't seen it. No. I know what you're gonna say. The black people on trial.
Yeah, what they called the Central Park 5.
I haven't seen that. Like, I remember you telling us when that came out to watch that. Like,
amazing.
Aye,
fucking.
That's true story, isn't it?
Yeah, true story. That's another thing. Like one of them things that you think like, this is too mad to be true. Like someone's fucking wrote this, but like, no, like it shows you at the end. Like,
is that more like a documentary? Is it?
No, it's.
So if they wrote a script and
it's been adapted to like a program. Yeah.
Alright.
Like at the end, like it shows you like the real people, and like it gets fucking emotional, man. Like you see their faces, and like you think that person actually went through this shit. It's like. That's.
And what were they like in prison for like 20 years or something? Or?
Yeah, they were and went to prison for a crime that they didn't commit. Yeah,
that happens a lot, you know.
And then you see their faces and like you look in their eyes and like it also gets emotional. Like well,
imagine your life, half your life spent in prison for something you didn't do, but there's no way you can prove it. Like raging you'll be every day.
The things like particularly like some of them endured in prison. Like obviously prison life isn't easy, but for some of them it was tougher than most. Like for particularly being innocent. Like even if you did commit a crime. Jail's must be fucking hard. But if you didn't do it and you're a kid, you're fucking 16 years old, got into an adult penitentiary and enduring the shit that you made, you've been in there for so long, like the emotional and mental scars that'll keep it with you for life, them years you'll never ever get back. Your life will just be hard. Like you're free, great. You got compensation, great. But it'll fucking
but you're a different person now, and you've missed out on those times of your life where you do stuff and have fun and whatever.
And that was a thing made like after it, like hosted by Oprah Winfrey. It was like a live show. It's like an hour special. Like it brings on like the cast members, the directors, and the producers and stuff. And like Oprah Winfrey and Robert De Niro were producers on it.
Huh?
Yeah. So like Oprah like hosts this show, like interviewing like the cast and like their stories and stuff. Then at the end it brings out like the real people.
I was going to say the best.
Like she interviews them and like asks them their story, and like honestly it's hard, man. It's a fucking hard watch. I feel emotional talking about it. Like it's honestly fucking rough, but in terms of like a show, it's best thing last year. 2019 Netflix best show.
Why?
Hands down.
Just thinking there about Friends, old school as I am, bringing up the comedy stuff, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, timeless. It's one of them ones where that can come on. Will Smith in the early days, the making of Will Smith. Everyone doubted him. Unreal. It's one of them ones where you can watch any episode at any time, laugh. It's got nice little serious elements in there as well.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Nice little grown-up lessons in there. Love it. My Wife and Kids.
I was just going to say My Wife and Kids.
My Wife and Kids, man.
As soon as you said Fresh Prince, I was like My Wife and Kids.
Trouble TV, that's what it was. Trouble TV.
Oh, if you know, you know. Most of you probably don't.
Most of you haven't got a absolute clue. I mean, what
if you missed out on Trouble TV?
How okay, what are people watching these days? What's on Netflix now? What are people watching?
Big Bang Theory.
Oh no, that's not that new. That's been around for a while. Are they still doing that?
I think it just finished.
South Park.
Oh, get on South Park.
Get on South Park, man. That's still going. They've been going for years.
That's
crazy
not
bastards.
I think Simpsons is still going now.
The Big Les Show.
The what?
Big Les Show.
Les Show.
The YouTube thing I showed you on the Big Les Show.
Oh, the Australian thing.
Done by them two lads with the fucking all done on weird art.
That's fucking mad. We get that up on YouTube.
I get that up on YouTube. The Big Les Show. Fucking stupid, man. It's mint, man. What are you talking about? It's fucking mint, the Big Les Show, man. We probably should. I don't know.
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up. There's plenty of shoes from there. You could pick Ozark. Have you seen Ozark?
I haven't. That's on my to-do list.
Class.
Yeah. I remember when that first series came out. I think it's 3.
There's a new one coming out now.
Yeah, 3's coming.
I need to watch the second one because I was in and out the second one. Like I need to recap the second one. Make sure I'm ready for the third one.
Definitely fancy the first.
Also, just tea away from Netflix, Amazon, Sneaky Pete. I've seen Sneaky Pete.
I haven't. That's fucking Phoebe's brother, isn't it?
Sneaky Pete.
Yeah.
Aye. Sneaky Pete's class, like.
I've heard that's good. Like,
basically just class. I was trying to think of the word what he is. He's not like a gambler, but he's
pedophile.
Like no. He's like manipulative, but he's clever and like he's tricks and stuff, and he's what's them people called?
Fraudster.
He's like kind of like a fraudster. Kind of like a fraudster, but he's good in his way. Kind of like Catch Me If You Can kind of thing.
Like he's sneaky.
And his name's Pete.
All right. Complex.
Stinky Pete. But it's hard to pick a fifth one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really, for the list. So what did we have? Number 1, I said Lost. I got Lost, Prison Break. You said Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones.
For me, probably Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones, Breaking Bad, When They See Us, Sons of Anarchy, and now I'd always like to put Walking Dead in for how much I've really, really enjoyed the first 5 or 6 series.
To be fair, if I've put Prison Break in for 1 or 2 series, Walking Dead may have to be in there for that. Like.
And obviously,
what with the whole coronavirus going on as well? Suitable.
And obviously, like with comedy elements like sitcoms and stuff. Obviously, Friends and Fresh Prince are up there.
There's a tied 5th section here. It's fucking endless. Like Top Boy.
Ooh, shit.
British. Yeah, we got Dead Man's Shoe link in there. Yeah, lovely stuff. If you can, drop your favourite TV shows below. What you're watching at the minute? What should we watch? I need some recommendations, man. I've got a spare couple of weeks coming up.
I've got a to-do list then, fucking longer than my ass.
Subscribe to Magpie Channel TV. Enjoy yourself.